Here are the items that came with the machine. As mentioned earlier, here are is the documentation, the safety stuff and other information, where to go online to register and get the manual and all that. The other thing that we have obviously is the pedal and the cords. So I'll just move them out of the way for now. And also included was a cover for the sewing machine, and it's a white cloth of some sort, and it fits on just like that, just like you would expect. And here we have the accessories. Now on the box it says that we get some free stuff, and I'm just trying to line it up here. It says $60 value, accessories included. So it's not hard to get $60 value, because there's 2 feet that are included in here, and I believe that is a buttonholer. So that came. There's one of the ends to put the thread, the spool on the spool holder. There's a little brush and one of those things. I bought one of those as well. The thread ripper. Here's 3 needles, and there is a multi-use needle already in the device. What else do we have here? Oopsie daisy! I just lost one of my feet, so that's no good. Here I am back with the Singer Heavy Duty 77S heavy duty sewing machine. Now I did check it out a fair bit before I purchased this machine, and heavy duty does not mean that it is an industrial machine or that it has a walking feet, because it's not an industrial machine and it does not have a walking. So it's heavy duty, but not for, you know, possible popular misconceptions. So in this view you can see the sewing machine on the right side obviously, and on the left side, on the blue shop cloth there, blue shop towel, are the accessories that came with the sewing machine, that are included with the sewing machine. Those accessories are the $60 value that Singer advertises being included with this machine. Now the machine does come with a needle and a foot already on it, a multi-purpose foot, and probably a multi-needle as well. So there's one foot there, and then there's this white foot is for stitching buttonholes. So that's a buttonhole foot. That's a button sewing foot. That's for sewing the actual button to the cloth or material. And that is a zipper foot, which apparently can be used for more than just zippers. The bobbins that are used are plastic, they're plastic, class 15 plastic bobbins. Metal or steel bobbins are not suggested for this device. And also included is a little screwdriver, a package of 3 Singer needles, and a little thread spool pin, and the buffer, and the little cleaning brush, and there is a seam ripper in there as well. This, I believe, is a distance measurement for if you're doing squares for quilts and that. So, and at the back there we have the pedal and the electric cord. So that's the machine and its parts. Now I do have the plastic bag still for the parts, but there's also here is a storage area. If I can get my fingernail in there to open it up. There we go. And so actually I'm going to put, that's the small spool pin lock thing that keeps the spool of thread on. That's the large one. I'm going to keep that one out because I'm going to use it. But these other smaller things I'm going to put in there. I'm going to keep the screwdriver out for now. And there is a bobbin in there. No, there isn't. Is there? Let me see. No, there isn't. So I'm going to need a bobbin to wind anyway. And I'll put that in there. I'll put these feet in there. and the extra spool pin and the little thing there. So that's what I've got left now, is the accessories that I need to wind this bobbin spool to get it ready for sewing. So I'm already really liking this machine, you know, and I don't even know how to sew. And that's what this is going to be all about. The other thing I want to show you is that this part does come off like that. So now it's, you know, you can do the sleeves and the hems and also that kind of stuff. And if I turn the machine around, back here, I don't know if you can see, let me get a look here. Back here is how you raise the feed dogs. If you want to do some embroidery or whatever, that will lower the feed dogs. This machine was made in Vietnam, by the way, and the Singer business is headquartered at some small place in the state of Tennessee in the USA. But I really like it. What I'm going to do, oh, there's a bobbin right there. Maybe I did put that on there. I'm not sure. But that's, there's the spool with the bobbin on it. That's the stop. For what I have to do is I have to put the thread on, put the little locker on it so the thread doesn't, spool doesn't move around. And then I have to bring it to this first guide here, and then this is the guide that I'm going to use, that I have to use to thread the bobbin spool. So, but before I do that, I'm going to have to plug it in and make sure it works. Since that's all I'm going to be doing pretty much right now, I'm going to put this back on, and I'll put that right there like that, and then I'm going to get it plugged in, and we'll spin some thread onto that bobbin, won't we? You betcha. There's the dust cover on the machine, and I'm just about to plug the electrical supply into the machine and get started loading that bobbin. Here's the plug right here. Whoopsie daisy. And it fits right in. There, I can feel it seated in there well. So I'm going to keep the paddle up here for now. And the other thing I've got here that I want to show you is the thread. It's a Gutermann brand thread, and it's 70% polyester, 30% cotton. And so that goes on up there like that, and then this goes on like that. Fair enough. And I need to find the end of the thread, so I probably should have done that before I did that. Okay, so I've got it started now, so I know how to do that, and I've got it coming off the top just like that. So I'll get that on, and then get the cover on like that, and then I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. And then what I'm going to do is take the thread through this first guide here and put it through like that, and then the thread has to come down here to this post, and it has to go like that, and then across and over like that, and then I've got to get this through the little hole, tie it off. Where is it? Geez, almost need a threader for that. Cool. So that's on, and I have to hold on to that thread, and then I have to move that over to the stop like that. So I'll see if we got any juice. I don't know, I thought there was supposed to be a light or something. You know what? It helps if you turn the machine on. Note to self for future reference. Now I can't see what happened with the tail, so I'm just going to leave it, and I'll just fill that up. Wow, I'm going to stop it there. It looks pretty loaded to me. And where's a pair of my utility scissors? Right here. So I'll take that like that, and then I'll just take that bobbin right off like that, and I'll put it in. Oops, daisy. Hoping I could put it in. That's what I did. I kind of locked it on by leaving that thread on there, I think. No, what I'm going to do is just cut that right there. Cool. Put that there. And then, now is this right? So that just drops in there like that. And I'm just going to leave like that for a minute. I'm not going to thread the bobbin yet. And I want to get back up to here. And I'm going to take that out of there. So that's the first guide, and that is correct. Now I'm ready to continue along. And that is the first guide for threading the machine. Here is the second guide, and we're through there. And now we just follow the numbers, and we go 3, and then we go to 4. And now I'm going to put my finger, and I'm going to tighten up the thread up top of the machine, and then bring that up. Wait a second. I got to bring that up like that, and then over, and then down again to like that. And I think that is snug enough that it should be correct, and I can continue along with threading the rest of the guides and the needle. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to remove this bobbin that I just wound with that blue-gray poly cotton blend, and I had purchased separately at the sewing store. I had purchased some loaded bobbins. They were already had the thread installed on them. So that's what I'm going to use, because up here I'm going to have that blue-gray thread, and down here on the bobbin I'll have the white thread, so that once I start sewing, because I don't know how to sew, and this is going to be literally one of my first times not just laying down a few stitches and a hem, but actually sew, you know, a piece, or you know, some thread in a garment that I'm making or whatever. So that's what's going to happen there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get into finishing the threading up here through these guides, and then get the automatic threader into service, and get the needle threaded. And then we'll get the cover back on the bobbin, and I'll show you the cloth that I have. I bought some polyester. I also bought some flexible denim, stretchable denim, and I also bought 2, they're called t-shirt blanks, and they're like basic white t-shirts that you buy, and you can embroider on them or do like gel art on them, or you know, sequins or whatever. And I think they were about like $8-9 each at the sewing supply store. I don't think Fabricville in Montreal will mind me referring to their store. I was in there the other day, and they're really good. So that's all I'm going to say about that. While we're here, I would like to point out that I am not, this channel and myself, there's no sponsorship here. I pay for this channel myself out of the pension that I earned from working all my life, and that's how I am able to afford the sewing machine that I just bought, and my cameras and my equipment and all the rest of it. So, and I'm very grateful that I live in a place where I'm able to do that. So anyway, that's the end of that little sermon. I'm going to get this going, and we'll make sure that we're all set up here good on the tension device, and that we can actually sew and stitch. This is so much fun. There's there's a bunch of controls there on the control panel, here, and up on top there. But I'll get going and getting this threaded. I'm already really enjoying this. Boy, I should have bought this machine a year ago or 2 years ago. So I got a magnifying glass because I need one. And there's a guide right down here where the thread to go like that. Now I may have to put that down and get that back like that. There. Now where am I going? Going down to this one here. So like that kind of thing. But I missed. I know my hands are probably in the way, but you'll see the end result anyway. How is that? Is that where I want to be? Already there. So let me get my magnifying glass now. Okay. Now I think I'm looking for a threader like that. And they said to bring it down kind of halfway, whatever, and get the thread in at that end. Now I got to be gentle here, right? I do. Let me try that again. You know what, I'm going to bring it down. Okay, I think I'm in there now. It's one of those things that once you get it and do it a few times, then it should click. Hey, don't want that to happen. There's no two ways about it. It is a little bit finicky. Oh, it slipped out. I thought I kind of had... Are we having fun yet? You betcha. I'm not sure that this is going to be working out or not, but now I've got to get that hook. Maybe I'll try bringing the needle up a little. There we go. But the thread jumped out. But I did get the hook through the needle, but the thread wasn't in there. So you can see that it takes a little bit of patience and practice. So just bear with me for a bit. I don't think I got it that time. You know what, since I have the magnifying glass now, I might even try I still can't see really what I'm trying to do down there. I do have to go in tomorrow and get a new prescription on the glasses. But I do have another little portable threader. Did I get it? No. And I will be able to get it threaded. My question is, will I be able to get it threaded while I'm filming? So I'm going to go on YouTube and see if I can see how this is done. I have the concept correct, I know that. But it's just a matter of maybe I need to have the thread come in. I was trying to get the thread in that thing from the top. Maybe I need it from the bottom like that. Now I think it pulled it through. But my eyes are so, the glasses in my eyes are so bad. So I'm trying to hook the thread. There's the loop there. Yes, sirree. What was that? What was that? Oops. What happened there? I don't know what that was, but it's not what I was trying to do. Are you having fun yet? You know what? It's through. It's in. Cool. Now all I gotta do is deal with the bobbin thread. You're gonna hear something drop. Thank you. Well, I'm getting happier by the minute here. So what I want to do with that is I want to bring it down here and get it down in there, and then I think I want to bring it up like that, something like that. And now rotating the balance wheel, the hand wheel, and when I turn the hand wheel, I'm turning the hand wheel towards myself, and I should not be turning it the other way, away from me. I should be turning it in towards myself. But let me see if this needle will go down and catch what it just caught, the white thread, right? So now we're threaded, right? Yes, we are. And I need to get a piece of material, and I have to cut a little piece, and then I've got to slowly see if this machine will lay down some thread, lay some thread for us, eh? Hang tight, I'll be right back. And here is the cover. Now that that's all good there, I can put the cover back on there like that, I think. There we go. So I do have this piece of cloth, and it's a bit of a rough piece of cloth, as you might be able to visualize a bit. And so all I'm going to do is make a very small, actually I'll do it the longer side. So something like that, and like that, and I want to make sure that needle is up like that. Now the pickup lever is at its highest point there, right? See it coming up there? Right like that. And there's my threads. And I think that because I'm on a full cycle, that I might not need to hold the threads. So let me just see what happens when I gently move that back. And I'm gonna make, that's on 0. That's needle position is in the middle, so we're not gonna touch that. That's on 4 for the tension. For the stitch, that's about 2.5, that's good. We're on straight stitch there. We get a lot of cops and fire trucks and ambulances that go up Park Ave here. So let me try this now. Now I saw it go down there. Something doesn't seem maybe it is okay. Maybe it is okay. And I just want to give it a bit of a back stitch. Well, I'm not sure about that. Let me take that up. Let me lift that needle up. There's a jam or something. Ouch. Good, I got my nail. Let me pull that out. And the other thing is, there is a thread cutter right up here. So there we go, I cut the thread. There's those. That should be fine actually. I can't understand what was going on there. Let me see if I lay down anything at all. Not really. All I did was bunch up some material. So there's a whole big tension issue there. Now that may be because I did not hold down the thread when I initially started to, so I don't want that problem again. I think I'll go a nice larger bit like that. And I'll put it on that line there. Well, there, that's down. And I'll just gently. What's happening is I feel these two threads, the bobbin and the upper thread, being pulled down. And I don't understand why. Oh, and then the foot just came off. Did it go back on? Oh, geez. There, it might have gone. No, it didn't go back on. It has that feature too, that you just have to push it down and it goes on. But I can't see because I don't have my new prescription yet. Well, I'm going to have to play with this. I'm going to have to look at this. Let me get that foot out of there. Let me get that cover out of there. Are we having fun yet? So that leads me to believe that the bobbin is not correctly threaded, or there's a tension issue with the bobbin. Ouch! Be careful, Jebb. Right now I can't even get that. Oh, it's off. I'm trying to get the cover off and it's already off. So let me pull that out of there. And it's supposed to go there. And then like there. And then does it go up there? I don't know if it does. There, I got the foot back on it, see. So I've learned how to do that. But I don't understand what my thread is doing. My needle thread is. And I don't really want to pull it back up through the machine. So I'm just going to cut it up here. And then I'll pull this out. See, there shouldn't be any tension on any thread there, so it's unthreaded now, so I got that thread out. What about this? And that one is still... There's a little screwdriver. There, that's snug. And that's snug. There we go. Now I can put... See, what I'm wondering is whether the thread has to go up in here, something like that. But I don't think so. And that goes like that. And then I have to thread the needle. Right? Right. And the sewing machine. So here's the thread. I didn't want it coming off the bottom. I wanted it coming off the top. Okay, so there's guide number 1. Right-o. There's number 2. Here's number 3 going down to here. And then number 4 is the bottom loop to go back up. And this is where I want to snug up my thread up top. Take it up there. Let me see that I did that right. No, there we go. And now back down again. And that's still on there, snug and tight. And there, I got the first. No, I didn't get the first one in. There. So now snug it up. Okay, so it's snug. I'm playing tug of war. And now all I have to do is thread the needle. But I'm going to stop right there for now and take a break. This is the end of this video. When we come back, I'll have that threaded, and hopefully I'll have it tested by then, and I'll know that the machine is working as intended. So thank you for watching. If you're able to, subscribing does help the channel, and I would appreciate it. Thank you. But more than that, have fun, take care of yourselves, and come on back real soon. Adios, amigos. Gracias, Algo Tibi.